Alright, starting out here, day 4 here. It's going to be group, oh goodness, I can't remember, group A. Actually run through them and get them finished off for the tournament. Yep. Cool here. So yeah, record here, 2-1 FPX, 2-3-0 for Dan1K before this game. Sweet, sweet. Wait, am I missing something? Did I not update something? I didn't.
Picks in a way. Viego we haven't seen too much in jungle more recently patches, but it's Tian's most successful champ by far. Absolutely. And I think what we saw coming out of a lot of playoffs regions, you had a lot of players who very much liked
Alrighty. So up and updated. I want to assume that's actually how that broke down. So here comes make or break day here for group 1 here. Oh, goodness. Alrighty here. So let's dive on in here. Oh, bless. Alright, Draven, Graves, and LeBlanc banned on Sunday FPX, taking away Showmaker's playmaking opportunities as well as Ghost. And I'm kind of hoping Ghost and Barrel actually end this one, just so FPX can make their way into the playoffs here. Yuumi, Kennen, and Lucian banned on the side of DK, so taking away LWX and Crisp's opportunity there. But Tian getting his playmaking, Lee Sin in play, and doing pretty well so far here. Been the winning combo, just playmaking being a big part of this. Forget any of what you heard earlier on in this tournament. Lee Sin is the man and the legend right now. Jarvan can go home. Showmaker taking away the Twisted Fate, and this is kind of where we've seen FPX kind of locked down in this tournament, taking away what would enable Doinby to really affect the map like he's always done. And he can't really carry on Akali like he used to. Silas would be an obvious counter pick for him, so but we'll see if he's going to pick that one up. For right now, Canyon looking to lock in probably even his own jungle pick right now before we take care of right grab. It should probably be a bot lane pick right now. Yep, there we go. So it's going to be the Misfortune coming out here, followed up by, I would bet, a Leona. Leona's contention. It's the highest, most highly contended, highest pick rate champion in this tournament, as far as I'm concerned. I could check my stats, but I don't feel like I need to do that. And Misfortune falling down a little bit yesterday. Didn't see a lot of her getting picked in day 3, but coming back here right and strong here. And this is kind of a best of 3 for everyone today. Everyone's going to be playing about 3 games until we get to maybe some tiebreaker. And we're going to see it. Doinby bringing up his Irelia. This is going to him. It could go to Nuguri, but it definitely can go to Doinby as well. Most are not aware of it, but the expansion of this player, this man, this myth, this legends, he can carry hard from the mid lane now, and can still play all that ridiculous like Kled mid and just play all over the map and just provide pressure everywhere and get his other teammates rolling, specifically Nuguri, who we're looking to at least secure himself back as one of the best top laners in the world here and show himself better up than he did back in LPL, because he kind of lagged out and had to get subbed out throughout the summer split. And there's Leona, so not too many surprises there here. So bans coming in should be focused mostly on jungle on the side of FPX. And I would probably bet top lane bans on the side of DK, considering they've already got their bot lane and their mid lane are secured. They could get some support spanned out, but I don't really think there's not many two things to be scared of here. Like Nami's only super powerful with Lucian. There's a good ban there. That gets rid of the ability for Doinby to follow Showmaker on this Twisted Fate, so I like that ban there, taking away any counter playmaking and a pretty good late game champion here. A lot of good brawl. Get in there with Nuguri on the Irelia to really just cause some chaos and make some things happen. Solar Flare on the Silas is also a very powerful thing to see. Talon takeaway from Canyon. We saw a little bit of Talon yesterday, but it has not really shown up and been as powerful as we saw it, I think, on Wei earlier in this tournament. So still being limited. Gwen taken away. I have not seen too much Gwen. I think we've mostly seen out of Fudge actually over on C9. But we will see them later today. All right. Yeah, they definitely can here. This is a good highlight here. Malphite becoming a viable pick here for Khan topside here. Super tanky. 3 ADs already on deck. They have to secure their AP, and getting rid of the Gwen is a really good call. So DK still reading through this draft quite fluently. And this Poppy pick, where is this coming from? It hasn't gotten locked in, but Poppy has just been getting such a high priority in the last, it feels like 8 hours, 12 hours of this tournament here. 5% pick rate, 8 BAM, but that win percentage is smackarooskies, and it can jungle, it can top lane, it used to be able to support. Used to see it support more often. But I think Khan's going to take this. Poppy is now showing herself as the new tank, at least in the top lane side. I mean, I think the last game we saw yesterday here, Poppy was building like pure Bruiser Divine Sunder into the into the Gauntlet hand, into Sterix Gauge. So this Poppy can still be flexed here to top or jungle. And that, I'm not sure about the Gragas here. A lot of FPX's comp has been counted out just by this Poppy. If Poppy stays on top of Ghost, there's not much that Nugget can do. Like whoever's on the Lee Sin, the Irelia, the Gragas, even the Braum could just be locked inside if he tries to jump away and get someone to defend him. To get someone to defend or to just save away, he could be locked in. So there's a lot of movement abilities on this side of FPX that are going to be blocked out by this, and it's going to be Jace top side for Khan, and I appreciate him throwing down the Gauntlet here. It's going up against Nuguri. Nuguri would probably have happily taken this pick, but the Gragas looks like what they want to use to counter the Misfortune ultimate, because that Misfortune can't move while ulting, and that could be a perfect target for Nuguri to either body slam it or just throw the explosive cast and bring Ghost right into the waiting arms of Doinby and Tian. So yeah, it's just really like, that's very interesting here, because Crisp is actually picking up a much more defensive character in Braum. The barrier, the unbreakable, we saw it really actually ruin the ability for Misfortune to make plays, or at least get the kind of ults off she wants earlier on in the team fight. So it ends up being sort of this staring contest of, does Braum put up that barrier to save someone, or does he put it up to stop the Misfortune from ever having the, bullet time ultimate that she wants? So that's going to be the main duel there out of Misfortune and the Braum. The really interesting place is going to be actually just mid lane, because Nuguri, once he gets just gets a freaking vamp stamp, he's going to be able to go all the way in onto Showmaker. It was just on a little twisted fate. So I think it's going to be on. It's a little bit on the side of Kia, of Damwon, to get a little bit of momentum in the early side. They're going to have kind of the push advantage for Showmaker with just the wild cards, the red card, and FPX looking for a little cheese play here. They might be looking for a ward to be sent down, but both teams looking for some cheeky stuff here. Yep, Poppy playing defensive. Yep, Leonis is going up and putting that ward there topside. They're not going to catch this. So the play is dead. No cheeky stuff here, but they want more. Nuguri wants to back soon, but they're not going to catch anyone in any of these brushes, so no bonus scold and no first blood cheese here for FPX. And if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be like the day that things need to happen. Plays need to be
out. A little bit less tanky, a little bit less mobility than maybe something like the Predator, but still I think overall pretty solid option. That said, I think it's important that we talk about Damwon's early game, because really they have been peerless in the tournament so far. We expected FPX to contest them, and when they didn't, you saw that Damwon Kia got away with numbers like this. Ludicrous early game stats.
Alright, just want to check this one out here. Where do we go to this day? See what's happening today.
They were relentless. They have had their ups and downs though, right? against Rogue, they almost threw that entire game away. That game was locked and loaded in the bag. One team fight. Ghost kept getting called out a lot in mid, and that's kind of what put Damwon on the back foot. But for now, this is a whole new game, and both junglers doing different pathings, right? Canyon's pathing towards the top side, Tian's pathing towards the bot side. Canyon, of course, wants to make sure Khan can push in this lane.
Pretty sure, yep, C9's entering into this day 0-3. They are in a desperate situation to try to get themselves in their bottom of Group A right now.
I'm really hoping they can actually pull something out here.
Keeps going into melee range to hit Nuggery there, so he's actually losing out on the trade kind of with the Gragas W.
Did it here?
Take that.
Yeah, I think really counting on the phase rush to give him enough additional movement speed that he could really juke and outmaneuver around the Gragas abilities, but because it doesn't work out, he ends up looking a little bit foolish, taking a bad side of a trade there.
And Nuggery versus Khan, that's got to be a little bit personal, right? Nuggery, of course, was on Damwon. Khan was on FPX last year. Now they've swapped sides. And
Now it is a question of who's the better top laner.
Worlds with 5 world champions.
Nuggery and I think they both have a world championship.
Khan never really has won anything just yet, but he's always been on these strong teams.
Oh, okay, so no world championship on the side of Khan just yet. But Nuggery, he's got himself one world championship, trying to get that second one. And FPX getting on the right foot here, top 2 here in this group so far after they lost a damn one at the beginning of this entire tournament, at the beginning of groups.
But he has been getting better and better, and when he got the better of Nuggery the last time they played, it really feels like this man is coming back into that peak performance level with the potential to be a world champion.
Look at mid though, you can see Canyon did a full clear to top, skipped his Krug, skipping Crab. He's hovering around mid now. I wonder
Good little body slam there by Nuggery here. Gets his only hit.
making sure he's safe because
That one little
fighting towards the top
caster
side
minion.
is very, very important for both these
Then we're gonna walk this one in.
crash that wave, so he
Should be able to keep the CS pretty even.
Tian was around.
OQ resets. Ooh, Nuggery's gonna delay this one. Ooh, just gonna be short of it. Just short. That would have actually been pretty substantial, because Khan's cheater recall would have been denied, and he'd have been caught in kind of a dangerous position there. All right, let's see here. So, looks like Poppy's been on a full clear, much faster clear than you might expect. Has gotten, so it's been an equal trade of scuttles. So very neutral game so far. It's just been highlighted here topside just because Khan and Nuggery, now more iconic, you know, not duo, but rivalry in the current state of things. Crispin LWX looking for a little bit of catch, and Nuggery with the pushback is going to be able to also, he's going to use his teleport as well. So both top laners trying to fight for priority here topside.
Just a battle for lane prio, seeing what you can free up for the rest of your team, seeing what vision you can lay down as you see Damwon Kia very much vision control along the top side of the map.
Yeah, both junglers, of course, resetting.
So Damwon Kia really indexing their vision into Khan, trying to make sure he has as much coverage as possible, so he does not get surprised, and can try to get some agency here into this Gragas. But Gragas is sustain and all-in potential. Like I think the trade's going to be in Nuggery's favor just by nature of the matchup. Yeah, like Khan's already had to index into the Vampire Acceptor just because of the, you know, take a drink powers that Gragas holds here. Just hits W, brings back up like 10% of his health.
Really means the most you can hope for is second seed at best.
Oh,
As long as you're
all right, gonna deny the back.
lose that tiebreaker. On the opposite side, Damwon,
Cheater recall there from Dwight with the teleport.
just to kick things off.
So he's got the advantage right now. He's got his iron whip,
You're already locked out of groups. That sounds like
and Showmakers doesn't have anything for it. All right, Tian gonna go on for the invade here. Poppy will be over here soon enough. He may only be able to get like a few chickens here.
Will help all lanes here. Spotting jungle is so important because now your bot lane can play more.
He's gonna be able to catch it early here. Smite is available. He's gonna be able to get the full clear, and he's gonna get out scot-free. Mid still pushed in here. I think Tian,
Gonna stick around for now.
he's acting like he wants it.
yeah, very confident to play on the edge here.
Sonic Wave does not connect.
Be very careful about how far he steps forward. Having a TF in the area as well as
Control ward is really holding this out. So Canyon gonna have to try to bring it back in, and the blast come brought forward, but again, Q not connecting. Canyon just gets to sit here and waste their time here. Showmaker's gonna be able to shove. Nope, Wave's not shoved, but he's gonna be able to back off. He's gonna teleport back in, and gotten himself some steel caps. And here comes the jump, and the Q is not grabbed. That's gotta hit. That's gotta hit for them to be able to go in there and really try to put a good trade here. Bot side.
And then maybe they can look for an early Drake, so looks like he's just gonna back off in the end. So early game kind of going in FPX's favor for now.
Are we going to see a cross map?
Oh, cross map play here coming in. Nuggery's got to figure it out. He's got to put out the explosive cast. Gonna try to. Still has his body slam away. He's gonna get knocked up. But Canyon has arrived here. Should not need much else. Connection, first blood over to Khan, put into the wall by Canyon for the setup. Alright, FPX, they need to look for play now here. Bot lane still pushed in. Tian's going to be able to get the Drake. This is going to be a very early Drake, considering what we've seen in most of the tournament. So, FPX setting themselves up for a, what are we at? 5, 10, 15, so 21, 22 minute soul.
Well, that Drake is going to feel good if we go late enough, I think, for now, because they weren't able to also grab a kill off of it or get anything else. It's going to feel so incredibly good for Khan, who was already pulling ahead in CS. Now essentially gets to go back. He completes a little bit more lethality. Nagri going for the full AP build means that he's going to be very vulnerable to the poke and harass that he was already losing out to in so many circumstances.
Yeah, Damon's whole win condition is the top lane, so Canyon smartly gives the first blood over to Khan, and now he is ahead. TPs are down for everyone for now, and so is the global ultimate of TF, so I think the game again will start to slow down.
Yeah, game's going to be slow for like the next 2-3 minutes. This could be clears. But I'm very interested to see just how quickly LWX is clearing out the wave compared to Ghost. I think they're just willingly letting the waves like sort of crash into their side of the lane and just kind of saying, hey, come dive us.
The sad thing about Poppy Jungle for me, Cadril, is that Lee Sin, I feel like, is always out here trying to make plays and kill people, and I feel like in this game, Canyon's there for a little bit of backup and there to make sure that nobody dives onto the back line.
Yep, he's just there to defend.
Yeah.
You know, as someone goes in,
Yeah, Canyon's just going to be a defensive jungler here. He doesn't have to do anything. It's really on to Tien to make things happen and try to bring this game back into FPX's favor. But yeah, all Canyon needs to do is just clear waves and be ready to just hit his steadfast presence when people try to come in to mess with his carries.
It's going to slow things down to a certain degree.
yeah, we might see that if the fight does kick off in topside river. Barrel's already moving his way there, and FPX, they based first, they ran bot, pushed out bot, and now they're moving towards the top side, whereas Barrel just kind of beeline towards the
Yep.
top side of the map. So
Barrel's mid, yeah.
big thing about both these
3v3 top side.
AP damage. Nuggery's gonna
Chris not too far away. 80 carries left out on an island. We remember this from summer. Has not evolved like we saw it evolve, at least in NA, where it was like minute 2 and Core JJ was off in the middle of up at top side. It's gonna be in view.
Going for the Mission Impossible steal here.
Tien trying to, he's gonna have to try to sneak this, but I don't think that anyone's gonna be able to move for him. Crisp has arrived. Dwembe's not far behind. Nuggery's distracting Khan.
Damon noticed the 5v4.
And while the Poppy is highly disruptive, when you've got a Lee Sin and a Relia and a Braum, if you make one single misstep in that skirmish, coming in second, you are instantly going to get popped.
Oh, good
Yep.
leaves the crowd
Yep.
for Tian as well. What a homie.
That is good stuff there from Dwembe.
This is bad.
This is fantastic.
You can't show this to solo queue junglers. They'll think they deserve to be treated like this.
And the Herald die on a ward, so he's like, I'll take the enemy red buff. He tries to run through mid.
Nope, and they don't get to actually steal anything off of this. Canyon's still trying to make his way in, but Tien's gonna be able to get his chickens and the red buff, so
Canyon's still hovering around the bot side.
Canyon gonna need to make a play here.
Push, so Damon kind of losing out in the neutral objectives trades for now. Well, the
They
Dragon
know, they should know Tien's occupied here. This wave gets pushed in, they have a dive option. He's still working on the red buff, and there's gonna be the catch out. Alright, just got to leave. So no play there. A lot of time wasted by Canyon here, and that CS difference is getting pretty sizable right now. It's a 15. What is that? 3, 4, 5? Yeah, so 15 CS lead for Tien right now, and that's pretty massive by at least jungler standards. And there goes the trade. Oh, Shock Blast doesn't even catch him. That's going to be the trade difference here. Khan's just going to have to try to vamp off this. And it's just not going to do like it's not going to do like the drink's going to do for Nuggery. Better potions in that barrel.
just has to make sure he keeps vision on Showmaker. And when he's in fog, then Nogri just needs to not push top. Looks like FPX bot lane gonna base again. People starting to build towards a mythic. Khan might have Eclipse for now as well. And Damon just want to keep focusing on the top side of the map.
Certainly working so far. Of course, the big thing about shutting down Gragas is that the CC, the barrel, the body slam are always going to be there, so there will be kind of a minimum guarantee of what he can contribute to a team fight. But
Oh yeah, he could still, if he still goes into damage, if Nuggery still goes into damage with Gragas, he can still entirely just blow up and destroy any of the squishies here. But Khan, getting a good trade out here. If he can crash this wave, nope, teleport's gonna be available. So he's gonna be able to at least force out the teleport for Nuggery, and that may set themselves up to actually take at least another Drake and delay the Drake win condition for FPX. But it looks like Khan's gonna go back, let the wave crash, and probably teleport himself back. He shouldn't need to. Canyon has moved himself topside. FPX have dropped the Herald mid. And no one's gonna be able to catch this. They should be able to actually clear this wave out. plates onto Tien and Doimby, and this is where it's going to start getting really dicey here. Only a few hundred gold lead for Damwon Kia before this, and this is about to be, it's close. It was very close to actually being a first brick for FPX.
And looks for a 3 versus 2, 3 versus 4 with that ward right there. But it looks like Khan just TP'd back top, and he's just going to push in the wave.
For now,
nothing will actually happen.
yeah. And in the mid jungle just continues to get stronger again. Herald used, gold shared, both Tian and Doimby feeling very good at this point. Doimby already with the Gore Drinker finish. That much more of a threat.
Good double up there by Ghost. Appreciate that. But Ghost, he's got sight. Should be able to run away from this.
Doomby, as good as he is generally in this match presented by Mercedes-Benz, hasn't been the king of lane. But this time around, on this Aurelia, in this matchup, it feels like he is getting stronger and stronger and is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, he definitely will. He's playing a carry now. We've seen him on things like the Galio and the Malzahar. He looked like he wasn't really the Doimby of old because the Galio Jarvan didn't have plays to make, and he looked a little bit off on the Malzahar.
Yeah, no, the Galio that was done in a game 1, or the first game that FPX and DK had earlier parts of groups, did not look good. Not a lot to be done. Doimby kind of a non-factor. Alright, Ocean Soul for this. So poke options. Poke, not going to stick. I think FPX would actually be pretty happy with that. Would be very happy with that considering the considering the wild cards and the shock blast from Khan. Ooh, and they're going in on this here. The flash, this teleport's coming in. Khan trying to teleport and actually swing away from this, but he's going to try to get the counter kill onto Nuggery, and he's going to get it. And 1 for 1 for Doimby, but I'm not sure if that's what you want. That is not the best thing. It's Wave's going to be able to crash here. No teleport for Khan, so this can actually get some things done here. Tien's going to need to actually capture, or at least get some of this wave. Alright, wave going to get cleared, but this is still going to be very dicey. Yeah, great use of the procs there from the support to try to get that. Wave gets crashed. It's a cannon wave. It's going to help even some of this gold up across the map. DK is still with the advantage, still with like 300 gold advantage. And Crisp is going to find Barrel. Alright, just going to smack and leave. This is good, but yeah, they needed to engage with that maybe a little bit later, but I don't think they even had the option or the time here. Doimby able to clean it up, and kills onto this Aurelia will be very scary. It would be very scary for Ghost, for anyone on the side of Damwon Kia. Oh, Nuggery's gonna get caught out here. He's actually gonna be able to interrupt the teleport there. It's not gonna be enough though. The Everfrost coming out from the Twisted Fate's going to lock him down. Tien's arrived, but it's just a watch. And this turret plates have dropped here. This turret's gonna be gonna get knocked in half. And now what is FPX gonna do to counter this? Because they're staying. Tien's still here, but he's just gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to find something else on the other side of the map. LWX gonna push in that bot wave. Mid gonna get pushed in. Looks by Doimby. He's pathing. Nope. So the only counter for this is gonna be. All right. Wow. So nothing's really gonna happen. Doimby trying to crash this. This should work out here, but Bullet Time's gonna try to block it. Here comes the Unbreakable to stop it. It's only gonna take out about like a third of his health, quarter of his health. So Crisp, good Unbreakable. They keep the gold close. They keep the tower score even. Yeah, Herald will be up in a sec, very quickly. Yeah, Damwon resetting, and it's gonna be on FPX. I feel like they need to go back and buy themselves just to make sure that they are peak performance, peak item count for this fight, because I think this Herald may be a lot more important than we'd normally expect.
Because they've gotten Khan so far ahead, it feels like we got past that early game stage concern about maybe not having, the kill pressure in the mid lane that we needed. And now, I think even more than it was when we first talked about it, I'm just looking at Doimby wondering when does he get his pop-off moment? Needs to find that.
He needs to get one. He hasn't had anything so far this Worlds, and it's been kind of depressing as an FPX fan, to be honest. Watching FPX just run train, just destroy lives there out in LPL. We really expected this to be like the #1 team in the world, and it's just not been showing up. Doimby not performing to expectation so far in this tournament, and he's gonna need it. He needs to be one of the major step-ups against the reigning world champion here in Damwon Kia. Nuggery could be questionable, can do it. Need to see it. Right now he's just kind of playing absorb the pressure and be ready for the team fights to cause an incredible amount of disruption and maybe even assassinate a Squishy. All right, so still trading.
Showmaker running forward with the gold card will not find the connection.
Yeah, this is the only point to contest really for either team. Just make sure mid is pushed out, because otherwise the enemy team can play on two lanes, right? If I commit Elderberry...
Canyon, you are deep, my friend. He's going to lock in Nugri here. Put out into the towers. Going to try to slam down. Everest going to come through here, and that's going to be a secured kill for Showmaker. 2-0-1 on this TF. Only consolation prize is going to be some turret damage here topside, but it's going to be traded out here. Khan and Showmaker are just going to run through this one. Herald's going to really help this one out here, but Khan's still going to be able to get this inhib turret down. And there's not much else to be done by FPX. So both teams just going blow for blow here.
Opt into lane assignments that put strong member versus strong member. No, you've got Aurelia as far away as humanly possible from the J. Why? Why is nobody fighting? Why is this the situation we're in?
The big reason is, let's just picture Doinby going bot there and matching into Khan. Showmaker can ult down and Nogri didn't have TP, right? So what's Nogri's drop? Unless he's laning bots with Doinby, what you're doing is sharing resources. So it's in FPX's best interest to cross map, because they can't commit the same amount of numbers Damwon can, because they have more globals. Now Nogri has TP and FPX are just going to trade off again. They're going to play for bot tier 1, play for this Drake. The Damwon really want to cross map this. There's nothing top apart from a top tier 2. So I really wonder,
Yeah, they have to. Either they give this up and they just let TF shove this top lane and maybe take out some, you know, jungle camps. There's like one up, just Gromp. So FPX gonna be able to get their second Drake here for not a lot much else. Yeah, and they get a turret. So yeah, 3 collapsing here on this tier 2 top side. I agree with TP as well. This is gonna be a 2 for 2, 2 for 1 trade here. So turret for turret. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of fighting, not a lot of skirmishing here. This is still a very rough chess match right now. And FPX are trading up and ahead here. It's 2K. All right, it's still so close. Oh, and LW's gotten caught out. Gelfor is going to be, doesn't actually hit the wall here, flashes over, and that's going to be fantastic. Super lucky there that Canyon did not actually get the stun proc off into the wall there on LWX, otherwise he would be dead. And that could have been a dead turret as well. It's not, there's not a lot left on this tier 1 mid lane turret. Oh. Alright, it's gonna get shoved in. Alright, no worries. Resets coming out here from Damwon Kia. Nothing too special to look at. And still not a lot of fights. Cheeky little play there by Canyon, trying to grab LWX. Burns all of his summoners for nothing, actually. Like, I think Canyon just walked up to make that happen.
Ludicrously powerful too. The active slow on top of the crit damage reduction. Yes, MF is going towards lethality, but even then, the damage reduction is going to be huge in the fights to come.
Yeah, the main thing that we're waiting for is, when is Doinby gonna match Khan? When those two are on a side lane,
he's gonna match Khan when he believes he can all in him. He's going for the Randuins. He's got the Gore Drinker. It should be a matter of time. Like, if they never do it, it's going to be really rough here. Nugri already 4 deaths down. 30 CS behind his counterpart.
Like the biggest babysitter on the face of the planet. You have to be ready to flash in with your steadfast presence at a moment's notice. Because if you stop Aurelia from resetting her Q, way easier to win those skirmishes, it's over. Yeah. But if Doinby gets to proc that, if Doinby gets a sick ult, it's montage material.
It is indeed montage material. And Damwon, the only real difference that they have going for them right now is they have mid push. Why do they have mid push? Well, in most cases, they have mid push 2v2 because LWX doesn't have sums. When Doinby can push out top and move mid, FPX can push that in, and then they can move bot and push that in. So FPX kind of have a little bit of map control, but when Showmaker pushes out top and Doinby has to match it, this map control will fall apart. Damwon just needs to be careful not to get picked off.
And I will say, this was the matchup we expected.
Yeah, this is way better. This is much more even. It hasn't been as bloody, but that should be expected with proper macro play here. But this is the top two teams in this group really going to blows, just trading the macro back and forth, keeping the pace up, getting their resets off at the opportune times.
People were kind of fighting. Who's going to win the group? FPX, Damwon. FPX, Damwon. Damwon ahead right now. This game will tell us the tale of who is actually going to finish in the group, but there's a lot of tournament favorites right now. You know, RNG raising up as a favorite. EDG, Damwon. Absolutely. FPX still in contention, of course, despite losing a little bit in the best of ones, as they did in 2019. So knockout stage is going to be extremely exciting, but the first step of that is getting there in the first place, and FPX winning here would help them out a lot.
Similarly, hurt
Oh Nuguri is going to be caught out here. It's stunned up here and blown up. He cannot do anything. I'm sorry, but you're supposed to stop Ghost from being able to even do that. And he just puts it straight into you. Locked up, unable to move. Tien also gold carded. Canyon's going to go in here. He's going to stun up Tien. Going to knock him up as well here. Now comes the runaway. And that's a huge double up there out of Ghost. Just puts Crisp down to nothing. He can't absorb anything. And he could not get in front of that bullet time. And that's all Damo Kia needed. It's that little way in, and there's nothing that could be done by the rest of FPX here. Chris needs to back off, and this turret it's threatened. It's gonna go down here. Doinby trying to find his way in here. He's gonna be able to mitigate a lot of that damage with his W. He's got his 4 procs up. This is when things can get dicey, can get scary. Yeah.
More than it's firing right now. Like, it's not really a glass cannon, it's kind of just a glass house. That's not been recognized well whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is a big problem because you need that initial impact. And the biggest thing is, if Doinby ever gets to 1v1, he can murder anyone on this team, no questions, because he's just so tanky. His resistance purchases are so effective, and of course, Gore Drinker Sterix is like the most ludicrously broken 2-item combo in the game.
Yeah, incredible sustain. He should be going 1-to-1 with Khan or with Showmaker. This is just too many options, and this is just caught out. Nuguri way ahead of the play here, trying to get a catch, but he just gets blown up, not respecting what could happen, and his team was way too far away to ever capitalize on anything. All right, return to scene of the crime. Khan, Tien about to get caught here. Ward has gone out, dodges the shock blast. Still can't get the flawless do it to connect. Teleport's coming in here, and that's Nuguri has arrived. Drake's getting started up here. DK trying to stop FPX from being able to get onto Soul Point here. Grabbing this Herald, grabbing this little scuttle could be big news. It's going to go into actually FPX's favor, and that's going to be their vision. It looks like that's what's happening. LWX pushing in mid lane here. DK know this. They should be able to find. They can find a way in, but they're going to let it go here. Nuguri trying to get the flank here. He's got the skin. He only sees the Herald, but he's got to keep moving here. LWX is so low here. Gets knocked out, and that's going to be no... Oh, boy, and there goes the Unbreakable. It's going to keep Crisp and everyone alive here. And Nuguri on the backside here trying to get his way in here. And here comes the curtain call from... Oh, 4 coming in. It's going to hit Khan here. He's going to have to flash out and away here. Oh, the jungler has died on the side of FPX. They need to turn actually take this... Oh, Dragon and Doinby is going to have to try to go off here, but it's 1v4, and he's going to be so tanky. The Gore Drinker gets so much, but the Drake goes over to DK, and that's 4 alive. Baron is up.
And he gets stunned up, locked up, and dies. Damwon gets 5 kills, 4-1, and they're going to get the Nash as well.
Incredible fight, patience from both sides, but that Poppy, again, just disrupting for so much of it. Such a close exchange. Damo Kia, though, coming out top means they solidly now hold on to absolute control in this game. Dragons 2-2, but they've got a Baron. They're about to have a 5k gold lead, and they're going to start breaking down towers across the map.
Oh, so much was happening in that fight. Nuguri was off to the side. Let's watch it again because...
All right, let's go here, because Nuguri's topsided this. He's actually trying to get his way in here to try to get a combo onto one of the squishies, but they're just playing block. And here comes the big hammer swing, and that just puts it into a 3v5. Actually, they get to go on, and the Unbreakable does so much to buy time, but it leaves Tien and Crisp so low here. Nuguri tries to go in to get something done here, but he can't get anything else. And now they try to start pulling through. This is where it starts looking good here. Barrel goes down, and now it's like Doinby in here, but he cannot get it. Canyon is dancing around Doinby, and he cannot get anything else done. He cannot get his 4 procs where he can start doing that true damage and start sustaining. And the exhaust just turns his swings into little slaps. And even then, still putting out good damage, but not able to do as much as Showmaker, even on the Twisted Fate. My goodness.
Nuguri on his own. Damwon did split up a little bit, but he did a good job to shut Nuguri out of the fight in case he was trying to look for a re-engage with E-Flash. But for now, 5k gold deficit for FPX. Baron off creeps, and Damwon are playing on 2 lanes.
And the important thing to remember as well is that Doinby's still very, very strong. Damo Kia in absolute control. Yes, they will probably break down this tower. Yes, they are the favorites right now in the game. They have control of the map. But if they make a mistake, this Aurelia is in perfect position to punish. One sloppy fight.
Yeah, but it's that. There goes that turret, and Nuggery's so low here, you can't get anything. Then Solarflow's gonna slow everyone up here, and oh, there goes Chris. This is gonna probably be the end here. They can push, they can take this out. Baron in play, minute and 11 left. They're gonna be able to get the inhib down, and DK not gonna play too greedy. They know the turn and fight on the side of FPX is pretty powerful. They're gonna back, spend their gold. They might be able to get this last outer turret down before the Baron runs out. They're hoofing it topside. They're hoofing it topside. They want to rush this down. So they're trying to get full map pressure right now. And they're probably going to try to at least secure every bit of vision that they can. They got 2 minutes till the Drake comes up. So it's going to be a shove at the Baron buff. Get all 3 lanes really pushed out here. They've got only 1 inhib applying pressure on the opposite side, so they are trying to spread FPX as thin as possible once this wave gets to sieging the inhibitor turret. Oh, that's 21 stacks there on that Medjai's. Oh, Showmaker is looking to get some things done here. Gold card is going to come out. It's going to reach on to Crisp here. Sulfur is going to come out as well. The Unbreakable keeping him alive here. And that's the power of... Oh, dear. What was that? That was a shock blast from Khan. He's getting scary here. Yep, 3 items completed. Khan's ready to blow some people up. Mid tier 2 is gone.
And FPX, just like you said, this whole draft of Damwon really shuts down Doinby and what he wants to do. You know, you're playing 4 melee champions that want to dive onto you with a Jinnelt in the backline. The enemy team has Leona, Poppy, TF stuns. It's incredibly hard. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, DK put themselves together a very sturdy team fighting comp. And this is where we start to go here. Soul point incoming.
Mitigates entirely FPX's strong point in Doinby. Doinby going full tank now. Has bought a Spirit Visage. The only real healing reduction on Damwon is Canyon Stormmail. So if he kind of avoids him in the fight, maybe he can start to heal through all the damage. FPX's frontline, Doinby. FPX's damage, Doinby. So
Right.
Doinby, I think, for the next fight. Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. FPX could choose to drop this and cross map top, but if they do that, that's a tier 3, and Damwon can just base and clear the way from max range. So I think contesting.
Yeah, this is a very questionable situation right now. It almost needs to be like a 1v1 onto the dragon while 4 go topside. Oh, there goes the gold card here, Crisp. He's going to have to put out the Unbreakable a little bit sooner than he liked. He's got to get onto Barrel here, and here comes Doinby. He's going to have to get this up. Gordringer's already come out here. The Sustain's coming through. He's gotten onto Barrel, but here comes the bullet time, and Doinby with a huge shield. They're still trying to hold this up, but he's going to go down, and he is dead, and no one has died on the side of Damwon here. Here goes the retreat, and this is where they need to start finding things to do. Showmaker with a small flank. Trying to get his way in. He's going to get the gold card. That's going to hit onto Crisp. He absorbs it, but the Unbreakable. And that's going to be most of the consistent damage on the side of FPX taken care of. And here comes the teleport from Showmaker. They want to get him in. He's going to try to push this. Here comes the teleport, and it's going to get interrupted by Canyon making the play here. And Showmaker may be able to just finish this off by himself while DK delay the backs on the side of FPX here. And this could be it. This is probably going to be it here. Showmaker just going to auto attack this down. Khans arrives, and this Nexus is going down here. 6k gold on the side of DK, but they don't even need the fight. 4-0 now for DK. They have secured their way out of groups. They have secured their wins. They're going into the playoffs, it looks like. And we will see what the rest, who will be the second to come out for Group A here at the end of this group stage.